So today we're going to talk about Rigid Adapt Light Bar. I finally got the Rigid Adapt. It is the 50 inch. This is by far one of the most technology advanced light bars on the market. I'm a real big techie. If it's got technology in it, I'm going to take a serious look at it. So I've actually owned one of these before, but it was a 40 inch on my Razor. I was really happy with it. This time I wanted to go to a 50 inch, but before I did it, I asked the group, show me your 50 inch light bars. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't as common as I was thinking. I had a feeling it probably wasn't. Everybody submitted their light bars and I appreciate it. I didn't see a single Rigid Adapt light bar out there. So that's kind of cool. It's so hard to be different. You know, everybody's trying to do a different build, different wrap, long travel, portals, 35, 37s. Everybody wants their own little niche. You know, what can I do to be a little bit different? Light bars are a big deal, or pods. I chose the Rigid Adapt for several reasons. Number one, it is connected to GPS. So it actually has a sensor mounted to the top of the side-by-side. It measures your speed. So the way it works is that as you take off, you're in what's called a flood mode. All the lights are on and it gives you a nice flood pattern. Once you start going faster and faster, it can tell that you're traveling faster. So what it does, it automatically pulls the beam in tighter and tighter and tighter to a spot beam. Automatically, you don't have to touch anything. It reads everything by the GPS sensor that you mount to the top of the roof. Really cool technology. In addition to that, it does have several different backlight colors that you can program. Has a little keypad or control panel, I should say, that you can mount on your dash. And it's got 8 different patterns. And you can make it do like automatic, or if you have a particular preference, you could just program it to be a fixed beam, whether it's a spot, a flood, or anything in between. Each light has its own little computer, I guess, where a standard light bar is all connected. It's either all spot or all flood, or it's a mixture of the two that are fixed. They don't actually have that kind of technology in any other light bar that I'm aware of. It does not have a very popular price point. They are very expensive. In fact, I waited and called often until they had an open box. I waited for the open box. I then asked for a discount. They said sure. I saved about 50%. So 50% was around the same price as a Rigid light bar through the dealership. It might have been a few $100, about $200 or $300 more. So it is a very expensive light bar. That being said, XMods is always going to show you guys the latest and greatest stuff. If I see something out there, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to give you guys feedback. That's what this whole channel is all about. Expedition mods that I've done, that I could show you, that you've done, and that you can show us. So we get to share with each other what's out there, what's the latest and greatest that somebody's created for the Expedition. That's what this whole channel is all about. This isn't built for the Expedition for sure. I guarantee they never designed it probably to ever be on an Expedition. This is probably for a literal race car. I don't care. I like the technology. I think it's really cool. I got a great deal on it. I get a good deal on those stuff just because I ask. Call the manufacturers, ask for a discount. A lot of them, I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me no. Even Baja Designs, they've knocked off 15%. They're like, yeah, sure, we'll knock off something. So ask for the discount. You just never know what they're going to say. I am happy with it. I can't wait to get it installed. It's probably still going to be a few weeks. There's a manufacturer out there that is designing a whole new roof rack for the Expedition. I've been talking to them quite a bit. I'm hoping I get one of the first ones so that I can mount it up and I can give you guys feedback. Again, I'm really stoked because I'm not too happy with what's currently out there. So far, I think Thumper Fab makes one of the nicer ones next to Polaris. Those to me are the two nicest ones out there. So once I have the roof rack installed, then I can mount this, because this will have to be orientated to the roof rack. I don't want to go too tall in this build, which is why I didn't go with an LP6 or an LP4 from Baja Designs or a round KC Light. I wanted it a little bit shorter on this one. My last Expedition was 7 foot 3 inches tall. So man, I was hitting branches everywhere. Holy cow. I pulled in a fifth wheel, and yeah, I did a little bit of damage to the inside of my fifth wheel from the suspension. I didn't have it strapped down properly, so I might have hit a cabinet here or there. Don't tell the wife. She was a little upset about it, so we won't bring that up. Having something so big it creates its own complications. That being said, I never hit rock either. So last weekend when I went out, I hit a lot of rocks. I don't have the same ground clearance. There's pros and cons to it. So this light bar will help keep my overall height low. It'll feed my desire for the technology that I like, the extra stuff like the SDI electronic shocks. I love the technology behind it. I love the technology behind this. Like I said, this is a heavy light bar at 30 pounds, give or take. And yeah, there's some wear marks here and there. I don't care. I got a really good deal on it. So I'm okay with some scuffs and scratches here. If I paid full retail, that'd be a different story. But this is a light bar that I really wouldn't want to pay full retail for. So once I get it all mounted up, I'll do some videos on it, tell you guys a little bit more about actually how much performance it has. It does have 36,000 lumens, give or take. So between that and my 5 LP6s from Baja Designs, I'm looking to be rocking right around 90,000 lumens total. And so, yeah, it's going to be a pretty bright thing, and I do like to drive at night. So I hope this helps you guys. Again, I like to show you guys what else is out there. I haven't seen anybody else rocking these lights, so I want to rock them for you, tell you about them. Maybe some of you guys will get it, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll make fun of me for buying such a crazy light bar for such a slow ride, because I know that this light bar is not designed for an Expedition. There's no mounts for it. I'm probably gonna have to make something, and so it is what it is, you know. The build is coming along nicely. I did get all my DRT stuff done. My long travel is, I think, about another couple weeks out. I have some rims coming, some tires. So when I go down to California, have everything done, I'm gonna have the long travel, the SDI shocks, rims, tires, the whole thing, all at the same time done. So I'm really excited to share my build. Stay tuned. Again, we got new product releases coming out from different manufacturers that have asked me to do reviews on them. So I'm excited. You know, I get to talk to these different manufacturers. They love the channel. They love the fact that we have unbiased people talking about their product. You know, nobody's paying me to do this stuff. I don't get paid a dime. Nobody's incentivizing me to talk good or about their product. If I like it, I'm going to tell you guys about it. If I don't, I'm going to tell you the pros and cons. You know, I'm never going to bash a particular product. That's just not in my DNA. That's not my human nature, is to bash a product. If I don't like something about it, I'll tell you the pros and cons. You know, the only thing I don't like about this bar is the price point. It's ridiculous high, and it would be nice if they could knock it down, but there's obviously hundreds of other light bars that are significantly less expensive. So this is for the people that just want to stick out a little bit more, or just have that extra technology to play with. So, because these are toys at the end of the day, Some of us work with them, but for me, it's just a hobby. It's a toy. So that's just the kind of way. I just think it's kind of cool. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will give you guys a follow-up probably another week or so when I get some more stuff done. God bless. Go get them.